Hello everyone, and welcome to my one-shot Find the Brightest Light. I am your DM, Heartless, and I am joined by my lovely players. Introduce yourselves and your characters.
Damn it, I changed my name again, so now I'm at the top again. Hi, I'm Candlestick, and I'll be playing Cassetta Trebleclef, who goes by Cassie. She's a fairy tune with lots of bright colors.
Hello, I'm Chili, and I'll be playing Dixy. He's an object head tune where his head is a d20. He is also an artificer.
I'm playing Alexa. She is a android tune who has a very expressive screen and a penchant for first aid tips.
Hi, I'm Atomic, and I'm playing Short Rob, who's a very small robot who likes to explore and stuff.
Is your backup recording still not picking up, Mira? So, should we run through that just one more time?
Back
Thank
to the
goodness.
top.
I did not know what to say after introducing.
It's okay.
Oh, it's okay, me neither.
We're just gonna roll it back, start it from the top. Mira, is it picking up? Alright.
Okay, good.
I can also record. I have OBS installed.
Yeah. Alright. Hello, everybody. My name is Heartless, and I'll be your DM for the evening. Welcome to my one-shot Find the Brightest Light. My dear players, please introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Candlestick, and today I'll be playing Cassetta Trebleclef, who goes by Cassie, who is a colorful fairy bard.
Hello, I'm Chili, and I'll be playing Dixy, a tune kind with a dice for a head, and he's an artificer.
I'm playing Alexa, I'm D. I'm playing Alexa, the medical android. A tune kind with a very expressive screen for a face.
Hi, I'm Atomic, and I'm playing Short Rob, who's a very small, very curious robot.
And welcome to the Evening Players Express, of which all of you have bought a ticket. Whether you're getting on at the station right near Timeless Hollow, or you've been on for a while, irregardless, all of you are either on the train or boarding it. In the case of Alexa, who has been in Timeless Hollow for quite some time now, trying to help the residents recover from their strange, shadowy affliction, you've decided now is the time to just go back home and try to find a new body, or have your father make a new body for the soul you had managed to keep from floating away. How are you feeling, Alexa?
Tired. It's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of stress. Did we make any progress with the shadification?
Unfortunately, no. It seems that when you helped Lincoln recover from it, it was because it happened right in front of you, and he was not completely consumed by it. You did manage to help the UPA tune that you watched turn shadow a little bit. Her feet are now back to normal, but the rest of her is still consumed by that shadowy darkness.
And the others who were in the cages and such?
They were a lot harder to work on, and you've made relatively no progress. Victor has said that he's just going to continue trying to help, and maybe take some time and ask the light for some answers.
Of course. Yeah, then it's back to the main city to first take care of the little soul here, and then see if I can pull up any research on this kind of affliction back at the hospital.
Mm-hmm. So you've decided to head back to Ys. Cross the mountains. A full day trip.
That is the case.
Let's see. Before you left, Roderick told you to be careful. They're likely going to come after you. Are you sure you don't want anyone to come with you?
I have had my rest for the evening. I've, I am capable of defending myself if the need arises.
Mm-hmm.
I may have gotten a little too over-enthusiastic doing so in the castle before, but I believe I can make it back to the hospital.
All right. Tutu Kid tries to volunteer their services, and Roderick puts a stop to that by picking the child up and then waving as you go into the train station.
Oh.
Honestly, I thought they would pop up inside of the luggage rack at some point.
Honestly, that's probably for the worst right now.
Yeah. You keep an eye on them. Make sure they don't cause any trouble.
I will.
Alright. And I'll step onto the train and look over my ticket and move to find my seat.
Yep. So, as you're doing that, you find your seat, and you look up to notice, let's see, how tall is Dixy?
I think he's about 7, 5'7".
Okay, so a relatively tall toon with a dice for a head, sitting across from your seat, and there's a curious thumping in one of the compartments overhead where you're meant to put any belongings you like to put out of the way for the trip.
You have a pet up there?
No.
Just kind of like lean over. How insistent is the thumping?
Very insistent. Right?
Right,
Atomic?
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Very insistent indeed.
We'll reach up and just click the latch real quick to undo it.
And out comes Short Rob falling from the compartment above. Someone must have mistaken the poor robot for
Take the luggage.
Yep.
I would try and catch you, but I have one hand.
I appreciate the sentiment at least.
How high up are these compartments? Would I be able to just reach up with one hand and
Oh
take
yeah,
them down?
you could reach up with one hand. Make me a dex check of any sort. So acrobatics if you'd like.
The Game Zone Part 2, that's where I dice
Yes.
parser?
Yes. Oh, and I hope you don't mind if I use my real dice.
No, I don't.
Works for me.
Okay, 13.
Yeah, I feel like you reach out your hand and you catch Short Rob for a little bit, but you're only using one hand.
Yes.
And Short Rob rolls and continues to the ground, although it's not as far a fall as it could have been.
It's a good attempt.
Sorry, I'm just taking all this in still.
Are you harmed at all?
Oh my gosh, you totally saved me. I was in a deep, dark place, and you saved me from falling and hitting my head. Hi.
But hello?
Do you have any idea how long you were in there?
Oh, no idea. But did you see there was dust and everything in there? It was incredible.
Do you have a ticket?
Why would I need a ticket?
Oh no.
This is a train. You need a ticket on the train.
A ticket will also have your stop printed on it.
Oh.
Do you even have a stop?
Where is this train going?
The name of the city is escaping my mind.
Yes.
We are headed to Yeast. Well, at least I am.
Oh, that's new. That's gonna be wonderful. Oh, I am so going. Do I still need a ticket?
Yes.
You either need the ticket or be very good at hiding from when the person comes looking for people who don't have tickets.
Well, we could just put him back in the luggage.
Oh yeah, put me back.
So, as you're figuring that out, how tall is Cassetta?
She's short. She's about 4 foot.
So, about average toon size.
Yeah.
On the lower end of average toon size. A girl with wings comes up the aisle, and her seat is right next to Alexis.
As in on the other side of Alexis?
Alexa.
There are 2 seats, and then the aisle that you come down, and 2 seats on the other side. So Alexa has probably either the window seat or the aisle seat, and I don't know. Whichever one it is, your seat is right next to hers.
Alright, then she's gonna come bouncing up and go, "Hi, I'm Cassie. I think my seat is here. Do you mind?"
Oh no, feel free. I'll kind of step out of the way.
Thank you.
By the way, I can't recall, was the jar that had the soul in it, for some reason that couldn't go in the hammer space?
You know what? We're going to say yes.
Okay.
Because you're also kind of worried about putting it into your hammer space, because what could happen to it?
Any live, it's still sort of alive, and you don't want to put live things in there.
So yeah, you've probably just been kind of... I mean, you probably were given a cloth to put over it, but you're probably just carrying that around.
So it's like a large mason jar size package, wrapped in a white cloth with twine wrapped around it.
Mm-hmm.
And it is tucked into the crook of her elbow, and her hand is on it. And she's doing her best to make sure no one topples it out of her hand or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you don't have a ticket, then I wonder if you can purchase one. I don't know if you'll be able to get a seat this late.
Wait. Who doesn't have a ticket?
Dixie's just gonna point to the small robot.
Oh, that's me.
Cassie's eyes are going to go all like big and wide, and she's going to go, "Oh, it's so cute!"
Wait, who's cute here? Is it me? Oh, is it me? Oh, yes, I am. I am so cute.
Oh, do you have a name?
Oh, yeah. I'm Short Rob. That's what they call me. They all call me Short. They all call me Short. I just added Rob. What's your name? You're the one that caught me. You're my savior.
Oh,
What's your name?
Dixy.
Oh, that's a great name. And
Thank you.
you are, and he gestures towards, the only other robot in the carriage with a slight amount of apprehension, but they're chill with it. They're with the savior, so they must be all right.
My name is Alexa. I'm not really with anyone right now. It's just sitting next to.
Oh, but that's like one step away from friendship, isn't it?
Oh,
That's short. You get an inspiration point.
If you can see a little voice, little face chart, probably the second one on the third row.
I don't remember. Do I have?
Oh, it's in Coconut Gallery.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's where it is.
That is a face.
And she'll just kind of take her seat and be like, "You should probably figure out what you're wanting to do about not having a ticket pretty soon."
Oh no, I can hide. You guys can keep a secret, right? I can hide.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't even know I was there, not at all. I was so sneaky.
And you were a little loud.
A little bit.
Oh, I was so sneaky. Don't worry. And if you could just lift me back up there, that would be so nice.
Dixie's just going to, again, grab the robot with one hand and put him back up
Make
in
a
the
strength
luggage.
check.
Okay. Let's see.
Get up there in the first place.
13.
So
Someone else put me up there.
you tried to lift Short Rob. Are you still only using one hand?
Yes.
So you tried to lift Short Rob with one hand, and you are having a bit of trouble getting him off the ground. Wow, this small robot is really heavy.
You know what? You can just hide under my coat.
Oh, hide under the coat. That's a even better idea. That way I won't be making so much noise, which I wasn't doing because I was being sneaky.
I mean, there's a little bit of noise, but no, you're right. You're right.
Dixie's just gonna open the tail of his coat and just cover Short Rob with it.
It's a good thing, too, because about this time is when a average-sized toon whose dark smoke is completely pouring out of his conductor's uniform walks down the aisle and says, 1, 2, 3, all of you, do you have a ticket?
Do indeed. And you can see, like, Alexa's face is just doing that kind of, the screensaver kind of drift.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of drifting towards the person, the little robot hiding underneath the coat, just unintentionally.
Dixie's gonna nod and just hand over the ticket.
Cassie's got hers in there and is waving it around enthusiastically.
Short Rob is holding back so hard to tell them that he's not got a ticket. But he wants to be quiet and sneaky.
A smoky hand comes to take Dixie's ticket, and there's a clipping sound, and he hands it back with a hole punched into it. And he does the same with Cassie's and with Alexa's, and then he turns back to Dixie and goes, "What you hiding there, son?"
We're hiding nothing.
I'm gonna just take him out and just hand him the robot. I'm just gonna move the robot out of the trench coat.
The plan worked. We got away with it.
No.
Who's the new guy?
The average-sized Smoky Toon leans over real close, and two red glowing eyes appear where his face would probably be, and he gently taps the top of Rob and goes, "Do you have a ticket?"
Do you have a ticket?
"I'm the conductor of this train. I don't need a ticket."
But you don't have one.
You're dodging the question.
He makes this exhale noise, and the smoke seems to double. The smoke that's coming off of him seems to double for a moment.
All right. How much for the ticket?
Oh, you're buying the conductor a ticket? How kind.
No, we're buying you a ticket.
Oh, how kind.
2 gold.
I'll reach into my hammer space, see if I can pull out her little coin purse.
Roll the dice.
Where are we rolling?
D10 for hammer space.
Is it in the game zone?
Yes, in the game zone, please. Yes. Yes.
I will open up the purse and pull out enough silvers and coppers to make up the 2 gold.
Mm-hmm.
She's running a little low on funds.
Yeah, the conductor accepts it, nods, and puts it in this kind of change thing on his belt. Thank you. Now, have to go through this with you as well. So, our train here runs a little game, and you can or can not participate, whatever you would like, but it's a long way to Ys, and it's always interesting to participate in a little game. Now, we started alerting our passengers that we play this game because of the events that I'm sure all of you are aware of that happened last year. And he pauses and waits for you guys to react to that.
What happened last year?
So you haven't read the papers that came out last year about the taffy train?
Been a little busy.
Ugh.
Cassie has. Her wings have folded down. She's not saying anything.
So you see, a movie director and some real kind actress and the taffy train, which was supposed to be some big project, all kind of just mixed in a pot of very unhappiness, and it put our line out. So we had to do a different game. It's so fucking annoying.
There's just that slight instinct from last time with Tutu Get Around where she like raises her finger, like don't like to tell him not to swear, but then realizes Tutu Kid's not here. Go ahead.
So we had to play a different game and start alerting our passengers that we play a game, which kind of, you know, messes with the surprise of things.
Oh, surprises!
All because a stupid actress decided to be pissed off at a director, and
well, now that we're aware,
poor Tune.
now that we're aware, are we? Do we need to do anything for this game, or just kind of let it happen?
Any preparations?
Oh, you don't need any preparations for the game. This is our first run of our murder mystery game since that happened. So...
Ooh, I'm actually quite good at these.
Ooh.
So, here is your warning, blah blah blah. The guy doesn't actually die, he's an actor.
Oh.
Okay.
And if you find the culprit before we get to Yeast, you get a prize.
Hooray!
Interesting.
If you want lunch, the dining car will be open in about a little while once we get underway. It's if you walk down, he turns around and starts actually motioning with his smoky hands. If you walk down this way and go one car over, that's where the dining car is.
Alexa kind of leans to the side and whispers to the dice-headed dude next to him. Is it impolite to interrupt him to say I don't really eat?
Dixie's just going to shrug.
Thank you very much for the information, and we'll keep an eye out for your murderer. And she does little finger quotes.
Yep. If you have any problems, and he turns around and thumps his hand against his chest, and that emits another puff of smoke. I'm the artificer. I'm the conductor of this train. I'm either up at the cabin where the driver is, or more towards the back of the train if you need me.
Interesting. I would hope the conductor was driving the train, but I'm sure you have assistance.
No, the driver of the train does that. I don't drive the train, I just conduct.
Oh.
Oh.
When's the last time I've been on a train?
And then he starts moving back beyond you, and you guys are alone once again.
Well, that was awkward.
He seemed rather disappointed.
Oh, did you hear though? Sorry.
No, you go on.
Right. But did you hear that he said that there was a mystery? And there was going to be a surprise. I wonder what the surprise is.
And prizes.
Yeah, and prizes and mysteries and surprises. It's going to be great.
I think he's a bit bummed out that the entire, well, surprise isn't exactly a surprise anymore.
Well, it's just
I'll-
like one of the murder mystery dinners that you go to, and mostly attend for the mystery part, not so much the dinner part.
Yeah, and they have noticed that it's going to be a murder mystery, which I'm kind of glad we got, because I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't known.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of just watching people fall over dead. I might have actually ruined the surprise a bit. I am a trained medical professional. I can usually tell when someone's alive or not.
Oh, can you tell me if I'm alive?
Yes. Will I?
Goodness.
No.
Oh.
In that resulting silence, all four of you hear the woo woo of the train and the ch 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 as it starts to pull away from the station.
Finally.
I'll take my seat and carefully adjust the jar, keep it safe.
Mm-hmm.
Cassie's going to look at him and go, sorry, pronouns of Alexa?
Her.
Her. Cassie's going to look at her and go, don't you want to play the mystery game? Because, I mean, we should get started. Head start, I think, maybe? Is that how these work?
Well, the body has to hit the ground first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why don't we mingle in the meantime?
Is there anyone else in this cabin?
No, there's no one else in your particular cabin, which, admittedly, from what the conductor said about everything, you're not surprised that people have decided not to take trains as much, or not to take particularly this train as much.
Fair enough.
I see.
Well, consider us mingled.
I mean, he did mention that there was a dining car, which, even if you don't eat, there might be people there.
It's the car next over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dixie's just gonna get up, open the door, and go, I'm going to check out the dining car if any of you want to join.
Didn't you say it wasn't open yet?
I'm going anyway.
All right.
Cassie is immediately up and running up to catch up.
I'm gonna go with the protector. They caught me.
Alexa just kind of like looks around the, as the other three start walking away, looks around the empty car and is like, I think I'd rather be around people right now. And
Yeah, you don't want to get murdered.
Come
course.
on!
And she'll scoop up the jar and follow.
All right. As you walk into the dining car, you see two people. One is the cook, who seems to be getting ready. Let me double check how tall he is. Yes, 5'10" human, just with white hair tied up behind his head, and bright blue eyes, and kind of caramelish skin, and he's just preparing his station to start cooking food and everything. And the other is a toon who looks very well dressed, and he looks up, and his face is one of those ones that you'd have a hard time remembering anything about.
Cassie's gonna go bounding up to the chef and wave and go, "Hi, I'm Cassie. What's your name?"
The chef looks up and he smiles and he leans over and says, "Hi, I'm Sterling Undermeyer. What's your right, Cassie. Sorry, little new on the job."
That's alright. What you making?
Well, the chicken. The menu is chicken.
Any drinks?
I can make drinks. What are you looking for?
Anything
Anything
liquid.
Bitter? Anything bitter?
Bitter. He walks over to a kind of like one of those fridges. That's just the freezer. Walks over to the freezer. And he opens it and looks over it. There's this. No, that's not very bitter. That's sweet. There's this. Here, and he pulls out a half-frozen drink, which he just shakes, and it stops being frozen anymore, and places it on the counter in front of you, Dixy.
Thank you. Oh.
You're welcome. Gives you a little smile. Alexa, Sterling kind of looks familiar, but Sterling has blue eyes.
Maybe.
And
Can I check? Insight check him.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been a while. Who does he remind me of?
He reminds you of Roderick.
Okay.
But Roderick
Has
has
been-
gold eyes. But beyond that, they could be spitting images of each other.
So it would not be a very good disguise if you were trying to go for one.
So, you look at the cook, and the cook looks back at you, and there is no recognition in this person's face. They have no idea who you are, just that you're another customer on the train. He gives you a smile. It says, would you like anything?
Do you have any drinks that are nice to hold?
Drinks that are nice to hold.
Elegant, or, make you look a bit more sophisticated?
Yes, those. Let me, and he pulls a note, a piece of note paper out of his pocket and unfolds it and looks at it for a sec. That would be, oh, yes. And he, turns around to a cabinet and opens it and, pulls out a one of those very fancy wine glasses, and he sets it on the counter, and then he takes out a small bottle that was behind it, and pours the liquid into the wine, and then pushes it towards you. There you go.
I will take it, and I will hold it.
Wait, if you can't eat, can you drink?
No. I don't really have a... And she raises the glass up to the screen. It's not really a mouth.
Cassie's gonna order a sweet tea.
Oh, yes. That's much easy to get for you, young lass. And he goes over to the freezer and gets you one. It's in a bottle.
Cassie's fine with that.
There we go. Anything else? How about you? He leans over very far to look at Short Rob.
Short Rob turns over to Alexa and says, "I love what she's having. It seems very elegant."
And she can't help but like smile a little bit at that.
All right. He turns back to the cabinet and gets another one, and then very carefully offers it over the side of the counter towards you, Short Rub.
He's going to offer his head up to try and balance this drink on his head.
Roll
It's bound to go well.
acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Yep.
Can Cassie
balancing.
try and help?
Yeah. So Rob, roll it with advantage.
With advantage, that's like this.
That's.
Shoot, no. Yeah.
You need the D for that.
2 natural 20s in a row?
What?
Oh, shush.
What is this? Would prestidigitation be able to help at all?
Prestidigitation will not be able to help at all.
Dang it.
It'll help you clean up the mess afterwards.
Of
Yeah.
course, yes.
So, at
That's
first,
for when it's...
with Cassie very gently moving the glass whenever it fell to the side, you're managing. The glass hasn't fallen yet.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining little Short Rob just moving around the floor with Cassie like sort of trailing after, like pushing it gently back up straight every time he takes a turn.
Mm-hmm.
And he's looking at everything, so he's taking so many turns.
No wonder
By the
he's
time he gets
wobbling.
back to the group, the glass is just empty, but it's still up there.
Yeah.
I'll clean that up. Don't worry, Mr. Smith. And the tune just laughs and raises his hand. Oh, Mr. Undermeyer, you don't have to worry. Just calm down.
You're not going to have much of a dinner rush this evening, so don't put too much stress on yourself.
Yes, that is true.
I do have a question, though.
Hmm?
Do you know a man named Roderick?
Hold on a minute. Let me pull up the sheet here. Okay. Ooh-wee. Alright. So that's 6 plus 3. He blinks, and there's a moment of surprise that crosses his face, and he's like, "No. Oh, why do you ask?"
I think you forgot the D on that roll.
Nope. I've rolled my actual dice.
Alright.
I was just using dice
Oh,
parsing
yeah, I
to
forgot
do
about
math.
I'll just kind of say, I just met him in the last town. Are you sure about that? And you two have a remarking similarity. And then can I roll another insight?
Mm-hmm. And he just kind of looks at you and narrows his blue eyes, and there's a small bead of sweat that rolls down the side of his face that you immediately notice as he says, No, I don't think I know a man named Roderick. No, I am real kind human. We probably look a lot alike. He's lying
don't
to
worry.
you.
Just know that if you did know him, or if you ever encountered him, he might like to go by Robbie, maybe. But the eyes are a little different color, but almost, I would have to say, a spitting image.
Interesting to note. I'll look out for this Roderick. Right,
You
telling me about.
Yeah, you do that. I'll be in the other car if anyone needs me.
I also have a question. Did you notice that your floors are super wet? Someone could slip and fall.
Yes,
I'm just gonna prestidigitation
I'm getting right to clean up that. I'm sorry.
By the way, Short Rob, Cassie is currently patting you.
Sterling rushes to help clean up the floor as Dixy, you use prestidigitation to at least make some of it go away, so it's not as much.
Nice.
Alright, so Alexa is leaving the dining car.
And she just kind of... So is there a divider between the two cars?
Mm-hmm.
And she'll just kind of wait in the divider and kind of duck to the side so that she can still listen to what's happening in the room.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Is the divider outside or?
Like yeah, there's a door. Then there's a divider, and then a door in the next car. You know, like trains.
Yes.
Is it open air or does it have a cover?
It's open air.
Okay, I'm not hearing anything out there.
Unfortunately not. You could stay in the room,
I'll stay by the door.
Mm-hmm.
Having seen Alexa leave, Cassie's gonna look questioningly at the others and go, should someone check on them? Make sure they're okay?
Oh, I'm sure they've not been murdered yet. The game hasn't even begun.
Mr. Smith chuckles genuinely at that. Well, aren't you a right smart one, aren't you?
I wouldn't say that.
Hello. I'm Matthew Smith. Hi.
Oh. Hello, I'm Short.
Oh. Oh, that's a rather unfortunate name.
Oh, you can call me Rob, though.
Ah, that sounds more like a name to me. Nice to meet you, Rob. And the rest of you.
Cassie's gonna perk up and turn and wave and go, "Hi, I'm Cassie. Nice to meet you."
Hi, nice to meet you, Cassie.
Dixy.
Nice, it's a pleasure. So, I've been on this train for a while, going back to my large, fabulous home in Ys.
And at that, Dixie's going to get up and go to the door that... What was her name?
Alexa.
Alexa is leaning on and lean on the other side of it.
So you're from Ys?
Oh, yes. I've been traveling far away from it for quite some time. Vast traveler and adventurer, you know. But, you see, I've just recently retired and have just decided to travel back there.
Cassie is looking at him with stars in her eyes at the word travel, and she's like, "Ooh, how far out have you gone?"
Oh, let's see. I've gone to Tharuma. I've been to theater. That place is... It's huge. There's this giant desert. And the ruins there. I must admit, those ruins are very interesting.
Really? A desert? Is it bigger than the Worn Desert?
Oh, it's so much bigger than the warm desert. You know, I was very surprised that it was.
Wow, that sounds so cool.
So much sand.
It's obnoxious, and it gets everywhere.
Coarse and rough.
See, I
Irritating.
had to hire a guide to make my way across it. It was quite the trip. I don't think I quite got enough sand out of my boots. And he takes one of his boots off and turns it over, and a little pile of sand comes from it.
Did you know that there's sand on the ground too? Someone needs to clean that up.
And the poor real kind cook sputters and goes, I got it. Oh, jeez. Goes over and hurriedly brushes it up off the floor as Matthew Smith puts his boot back on.
So what were you out to the desert for? I know there's lots of sand there, but you seem to have enough already.
Oh, yes, you see, the ruins I've mentioned, they've been ruinous for quite some time, so absolutely perfect for some treasure hunting, if you know what I mean.
Ooh.
He gives you a smile.
So did you find any treasure?
Yes, I did. In fact, I found my very trusty best friend, Blue, there. And I took him away because sand is, admittedly not very good for robots.
That is so true.
So you went to a place which had a desert bigger than the Worn Desert and traveled, found some ruins, and found a robot in the ruins, and then
Yes.
came back.
Yes.
Wow! I didn't even know robots were found in ruins.
Oh, not all the time, but Blue's very special. Which is why he's safe in the cargo car. You know what I mean.
Alexa's going to open the door, and there's the loud sound of the rattling and everything. She's going to ask, so are either of you two who were looking to be murdered later?
Oh, Matthew kind of sighs and says, he raises his hand.
All right, I was
gives
just
a little
checking out.
wave.
Just trying to make sure everyone, either is a passenger or works here. What do you do, Mr. Smith?
I am an actor. Sorry, I was putting on the act for you. I thought you were playing the game.
Oh, maybe.
Wait, so none of that was real?
No, I have actually been to those ruins, and I did actually find Blue there, but I've been retired for quite some time from adventuring. I'm
And you
an
did
actor
actually
now.
have sand in your boots?
What?
You did actually have sand in your boots?
Yes.
So cool.
Are you sure the robot's going to be alright in the luggage? We seem to have rescued Short Rub from the luggage too, and he didn't particularly want to be in there.
Oh, Blue is safe. He has a bed back there, and it's secured to the floor. And it's very padded, so he doesn't actually move around when the train moves. It's very safe.
It's also probably a bit more easy to get up and leave instead of a cargo hold with no latch on the inside.
Definitely.
Okay.
He's not in a bag either.
I need to bunk with that guy next time I get on this train.
Why are you on the train?
Me? I work
No,
here.
the little one.
Short
The
Rob.
little one.
Did you just crawl in someone's luggage?
No, he was in the luggage area, but
So, how did he get in?
he
Even
said,
I don't know that. That's a secret to everyone.
Oh,
Wait a tick. Yep. Matthew leans over and gives Short Rob a more thorough look over. He's like, he snaps his fingers. Someone brought you on the train earlier. Yesterday, I think.
oh, you have been here for a while.
Oh,
Yeah, I tend to cut those parts out where everything's dark.
Oh
It's
my,
like sleeping, but I'm awake.
that's, I mean, same, but also, don't do that.
I'm sorry, my young friend. I didn't realize you were actually sentient.
Did you get a glimpse of the person that brought Rob
put you
on
in
board?
there?
Actually, I think he did actually finish our game. Tall toon, taller than me, and he raises his hand up in rubber hose fashion. It stretches to about 6 foot. He had this weird white hair and dark skin and red eyes.
Okay, I'm.
And Alexa, that description sounds very familiar to you.
Very, very familiar, and so Alexa goes to like close the door, and the door closes, and her body's on the outside, and her head's on the inside. Then she like tries to pull back, and it like bumps against the back of the door, and she's like, "Oh," opens it and pulls her head back out.
Cassie's gonna continue patting Short Rob and go, "Don't worry, we'll make sure no other mysterious men stuff you in the luggage compartments."
Is your friend alright?
Oh, I don't think we're friends yet. We're still just in the mingling part.
Alright, well, is your cabin mate alright?
Oh,
I'll go
maybe.
check. Gonna open the door and go to the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
You see Alexa sitting in her seat, and she's kind of, just kind of nervously watching the door, and occasionally her head will look back, and she'll watch the back entrance.
What do the seats look like?
They're just
Is
regular
there like
red.
a table in the middle of them? Or like...
No,
Like the Harry Potter train?
it's... You know what? Why not? It looks like Harry Potter train.
Okay, thank you.
That's what I've been imagining.
Yeah, like two bench seats facing each other in a cabin, or in like in a compartment.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Dixie's just kind of gonna walk up and go, You okay?
Oh, I'm just, keeping an eye out. Some interesting places from the Forgotten Hollow.
Mm.
Interesting faces. I mean, sorry, I'm not usually one to slip over my words.
Oh, that's fine. It's just you seem a bit anxious.
Yes. The description of the man who left Rob here, he did a few rather unpleasant things.
Oh, so you've met him?
I have met him, and I believe I've met.
You have not met him, actually.
Wait,
You met someone else, but this description is familiar to you because
it's the one that Roderick gave me.
It's the one that Roderick gave you. Yes.
Okay. It's a face that I was told about, and one that I was told not to trust, one to keep an eye out for, and it's that it popped up so soon after we left is unsettling.
So you're worried about him?
I mean, Rob seems harmless enough.
No, the other guy.
Oh, yes. I just have, delicate cargo.
Wait, you do?
And she taps the cloth-wrapped package next to her.
Oh, I did not notice that.
Oh, that's kind of the point. It's not very assuming. Yeah, I'm just trying to do my best to stay under the radar. I might... unless something particularly strange happens, I'll probably stay in here. Keep an eye out.
I could help keep an eye out if you need.
That would be wonderful. And if you do see anyone acting... I can't even say acting strange, because there's going to be a murder mystery later this evening.
Anyone that looks similar to the descriptions, I guess.
Yeah, that's the best I have to go on right now.
I'll keep an eye out. I'll say I'm not very good at that, but I'll try.
Well, it's better than... Again, screen, it's kind of see out the... Better than the two I have.
Dixy nods.
Yeah, and if you want to cut back to the others.
Yep. So, Dixy left, leaving you, Cassie, and you, Rob, in the dining car with the fretting Sterling Undermeyer and the actor Matthew Smith, who's briefly worried, but he places a smile back on and leans over towards the two of you and goes, "So, where are you two going?"
Well, I've been traveling a lot, but I've actually been trying to head to the soundtrack at the moment. I heard it was a really interesting place, and I wanted to check it out for myself.
Oh, the soundtrack. Yes, that is a very interesting place. Or, actually, I think you're talking about the score.
Sorry, yes, the score.
Yeah,
that's right. Sorry. Yes.
Yes. Unfortunately, this train's going to Yeast, but I think you can make a connection and you'll get on a train right headed towards the score.
Yes, that's, well, I've not been taking the most direct path, I will admit. There's so many interesting places in this area, and I keep wanting to see them all.
That's perfectly understandable. Just have a wanderlust soul.
Yeah. What about you, Short Rob? Where are you going?
I got abducted. onto a train and it's going somewhere new.
Sure.
So I'm just having a great time.
But where do you want to go next when you're not abducted on a train?
Maybe another train. This has been so much fun. Or maybe I'll walk around streets or like walk around streets.
Have we actually found someone who needs a leash more than Tutu Kid?
Yes.
We did it, guys.
Oh, that is delightful. You know, I've heard that Geese has a very, very developed undercity that you could possibly explore.
Oh, I could walk around under streets. Or walk around under streets. Oh, I'm so going to do that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Short Rob.
This might be a bit of a forward question, Short Rob, but what were you doing before the train if you've never walked around the streets before?
Like I said, when it gets dark, I tend to block out that sort of stuff. But the morning before, I was walking around streets then too.
Yep, that completely.
He has a 10-foot
Cassie is satisfied with that that answer.
Oh, I'm so glad there's an undercity because I've already done walking around streets. Now that I think about it, so understreets will be much better. They're like streets, but under, I think.
The streets are under there.
A true delight.
Underwear.
Oh,
Oh,
say it.
Well, I'm sure you'll find something under there.
Yeah, we can go exploring the understreets together.
yes. And Short Rob kind of like taps his little claws. He's just bouncing around like, yes, we can wander around together in the understreets. They're like streets, but under.
I'd be surprised if Mr. Smith isn't surprised he hasn't already forgotten what the understreets are.
This is the longest he's held a single thought. Let him have this.
Mr. Smith is just enjoying this and kind of chuckling behind his hand.
So, before we go walking around understreets, I gotta know, where have you been from? Because you're like not old, and you're on your own.
Who?
That's to you, Cassie. Mr. Smith is definitely old.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Sterling kind of looks like he could be old because he's got white hair, but he's real kind and you don't know.
Youthful features.
Yep.
Oh, well, I haven't been traveling for much, I'll be honest. I'm exploring and performing because I want to become famous one day. But it's been fun exploring. I've been to Farima, and I've been to Giznep, and now I'm in the Pixar Protectorate, and there's still so much places I haven't been, but it's been good fun.
absolutely
Okay, I'm not gonna say it.
delightful. And Matthew Smith claps. Honestly, I'd recommend places to go, but well, I'm afraid. Oh, it's time for my afternoon nap. Mr. Undermeyer, send me my afternoon meal about an hour. And Mr. Smith gets up and starts walking out of the dining car.
Hang on. If the cook chef is the one supposed to be murdered, are you going to be able to get him his meal in an hour?
What? Oh. So Matthew Smith was the one who waved his hand.
Right. Sorry, my bad. I'm so bad with names.
It's okay.
Just disregard that completely then.
That's the unsubtle actor going like, yep, it's now time to go back to my room and be murdered.
I must go prepare for my scene.
Exactly.
And then actually take a nap while everyone thinks I'm dead.
Yep.
Goodbye, not young person.
Goodbye,
See you
Chopra.
after we solve the mystery.
Yes.
I'm gonna poke you with a stick later.
I will look out for that. Thank you for the warning. And he exits the dining car. Dixy and Alexa, you see Matthew Smith come through, and he smiles and waves at you and says, "Have fun." Continues walking.
Dixie does a small grimace, just a little bit.
I'll do my best. We'll make sure we'll get out of it. Isn't the I don't know.
We'll make sure you're dead.
No, that's not right.
We'll make sure to avenge you.
Yeah, that'll work. When did you get in here, Rob?
I feel like Rob probably just followed Matthew Smith back into the...
Yeah.
And Matthew Smith exits into one of the quote-unquote fancier cars. And I guess... Cassie, did you leave the dining car?
Probably. Seeing Short Rob leave, she's gonna wave goodbye to the chef and follow him back through to the others.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized he said goodbye and then followed them.
That feels in character.
Oh,
It's
it's
an awkward
yeah.
situation where you both say goodbye and then you start walking in the same direction. You don't know when to peel off and go wait for them to finally leave.
Just say hello again.
Oh, hello there. I didn't see you.
I believe he's going to go rest for now.
Oh, yeah. Rest. And then he doesn't have fingers, but you know he's doing the air quotes thing.
I feel like Rob still has the glass on his head.
He so does. He so does.
I'm just gonna take the glass off his head and just put it somewhere. It is going to break.
Oh, Dixie, do you want this, by the way? She'll hold out the drink that she got.
What is it?
I'm not sure. It was supposed to just look elegant. She'll look at it, see if she can figure out what it is.
Investigation or medicine?
I would like to try to.
Yep. Investigation or medicine, take your pick.
Either or?
Yep.
Oh,
either
nice.
or.
I'm very familiar with drinks.
I'm slightly more familiar with drinks.
Alexa, you swirl it around. Yes, this is a drink.
Yes.
Dixie, you notice that it sparkles a little bit as Alexa swirls it, and you lean over and you give it a sniff. Kind of smells like, the kind of sparkling grape juice you get at the turn of the year.
And she'll, and then Dixie's just gonna grab it and sip.
Hang on. Does Dixie have both of the glasses in their hands now?
Yes.
Twice
Extra
in a
classy.
Master.
And you sip, Dixie. And yeah, that's sparkling grape juice.
Nice.
So what did you two, or what did you all... She kind of like looks at Rob. Yeah, what did all of you think of them?
They seemed nice. That's it.
Eh,
I would trust them with my life.
you should not
They
do
gave
that.
me a hat.
You need some like tack or maybe a bit of like putty. Stick it on there. You're a bit domed for a hat.
Oh, don't worry. I can totally balance it. Don't worry. I've got it handled.
He says, not noticing that it's been taken from him.
Yeah.
It will not go anywhere. Yeah, I could swear that chef looked familiar. He reminded me of someone I met back in the last town.
In Timeless Hollow.
His face was just almost the same. Just the eyes were different.
Could be related.
Maybe they're wearing new glasses.
Or, there are a few spells, I think.
But that would be a terrible disguise to look exactly like yourself, but just change the color of your eyes.
Well, would you be the one to think on that?
I mean, I'm definitely the person to think... how to phrase this politely? I would think less of someone who thought it was clever.
Oh.
It could be a coincidence.
But he was lying to me when I asked him if he knew Roderick.
So he knows him.
But why lie about him? Roderick is a good man.
Could be unwanted business.
Maybe it's part of the game.
That would be very impressive. The game would have been going for quite a while.
Yeah, it's like you didn't even know you're playing, and that's the real surprise.
That would make the conductor happy. But for now, I suppose it's just best if I sit and wait and wait for the game to happen.
Maybe we can get some more answers that way.
Or at least have an excuse to snoop around.
We could visit that other friend in the cargo with all the comfy pillows and stuff.
If they're sleeping, maybe not.
At this
we
moment,
could throw them a surprise party.
The door to the dining car opens, and Sterling Undermeyer pushes a cart by you guys. Excuse me.
I'll take a look at the cart and see what he's bringing along.
There's a glass of juice, a chicken, and some rice on a very nice looking platter.
Like a whole chicken?
No, like not a whole chicken. Like a drumstick and a thigh on it, you know.
Okay.
Man, I could really go for some cheesy chicken and rice.
Man.
Short Rob is going to try and steal another glass to put on top of their glass, which they still don't know is gone.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check. Because there are other glasses, like, underneath the cart.
Nice.
Let me check his passive perception.
Well, I don't notice that.
Nope, so, let's see, Alexa, do you notice this?
Passive perception.
Yeah.
15.
So no.
No.
Cassie's passive perception is a 14, so she doesn't notice either.
Dixie?
My passive perception, I think it's an 8. So no, I don't see any.
So, Rob, you successfully take a very fancy glass from underneath the cart and put it on top of your head.
Yes!
And, anyone else want to do anything before Sterling moves on?
Roderick was a fighter, correct?
Warlock.
Warlock.
Oh.
And he
Alright,
had
so-
a key sword.
Alright, so throwing something at him probably wouldn't be the best way to figure out if he's the same person.
Throwing something at him?
Test the reflexes.
I mean, you could see if that would work. But
No. I'll let him pass by unbothered.
okay.
Something. You could try. Conversation from earlier.
Oh, you're
you
right.
could certainly try.
No, I'll let him pass by. Just kind of give him like a half smile and as he passes.
He just pleasantly smiles at you. Dixie and Cassie, want to do anything?
I just realized
Nah.
I'm still holding the 2 glasses.
Cassie will probably just wave. She's really very, like, naive and, like, does not think twice about people being deceptive.
Dixie's not gonna get anything.
Okay. So, Sterling just smiles, nods, and pushes the cart on through and into the next car. You guys all turn to notice Rob suddenly has a glass on his head. You don't know where it came from.
Wait, did he have another one of those?
Oh no, what are you talking about? Oh, there's a glass on my head. Wow, that's strange, right, guys?
Can we get him to roll a deception check?
No,
Yeah,
please,
roll
yes.
deception.
Can you get disadvantage?
With disadvantage.
Yeah, for the damning evidence
Yes.
being right there.
Because
Literally sitting out in the open.
yeah. But that's 6. Rob is not very convincing. You're pretty sure that he did something and now it's on his head.
Is it full of something or is it just empty glass?
It's an empty glass.
Okay.
Oh, where did I put my hammer space chart?
Oh, that would have been at -1 to shoot.
Well, 5. Still, same thing.
Still terrible.
Still
The
terrible.
slightly worse argument.
So,
You go ahead.
I mean, if you're looking for your hammer space table, then that's fine. You can go first.
Oh no, I was just looking through it to see if there was anything that she might have had that could just stick the glass on there.
Fair. Cassie's just gonna go, is there more of the train to explore? Because, I mean, so far we've only met 2 people, and well, I mean, I've never done this before, but that doesn't seem like a very good murder mystery if you've only got 1 victim and 1 suspect.
Maybe the victim is gonna be the robot guy.
Or another
With all the
suspect.
pillows.
Oh,
I mean, murdered in their sleep. That's like. That sounds like it would be easy, right?
well,
I've
they're not
tended
caught.
to
Yes.
Most people are usually rather unaware while asleep.
Do you think maybe we should check up on them? Just in case?
I mean, he's going to be playing dead when we go look for him.
I'm gonna slip the glasses into my hammer space.
Okay, you can certainly do that.
Nice.
He's stealing glasses there.
2 fancy wine glasses are now.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
space.
Let's go.
Item get, baby.
And this
Alright, quest item complete.
in this moment of indecision, Sterling Undermeyer returns, walking past you guys the other way, pushing the cart. It's now doesn't have anything on top of it. I could have sworn that I had more glasses under here.
Short Orb is going to slightly shuffle, just ever so slightly behind Dixie's leg.
Make a acrobatics check.
Oh
Maybe
no.
a stealth
Oh
check?
yeah, because of the
Because
Oh,
of the
to keep it on.
glass.
straight D20.
Oh,
Oh no!
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna try and use my leg to help him a little bit, just
Okay.
so it doesn't
Roll
fall.
with advantage. So roll again.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
So
no.
with that 9 advantage, you shuffle behind Dixie's leg, and Dixie lifts their leg to try to keep the glass, and unfortunately that knocks the glass over, and the glass, here, hold on.
How delicate is the glass?
So the glass falls to the ground and bounces, making a toonish rubbery noise. And Sterling stops and looks down at the glass, and he looks very confused for a sec. How'd that get there?
Oh, I wonder whose glass that is. Real mystery.
May have fallen off the cart.
Yes. Well, thank you for not breaking it. And he, walks over and scoops it up and places it back where it was on the cart before.
Before you go, do you have any keys of any kind? I'm kind of like leaning in.
Let's see.
She's just trying to shock a reaction out of him.
Yeah. Which means I'll roll at disadvantage for you.
Oh.
Keys. It's 15. What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
You know, if we're going to be playing a game, big keys might unlock certain doors. Maybe ones you can swing around. Who knows?
That's a little ridiculous for a game of murder mystery on a train.
Well, it's a pretty inconspicuous murder weapon.
Why would you have a key that big if it's used to unlock something? That just seems ridiculous.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
isn't it
sounds
kinda silly?
That seems completely out of the question.
Yes, that is pretty ridiculous, isn't it?
So my passive insight is +5. So out of 15, do I?
Yeah, he's dodging around the truth this time, and you can tell because you met the DC that he is dodging around the truth.
What in the? What are you? She just wants to like ask him, "What are you planning? What's going on?" But she's not at that point yet.
I really, that's a very strange question. The game's going to start in a couple of minutes. I'm sorry.
All right, so we won't keep any eyes out for big keys. Sorry to interrupt.
Yes, he just kind of starts pushing the cart along again, rather quickly.
Hmm.
You watch everyone else in the car sees Alexa's face kind of like drop into like this kind of like annoyed expression. What? Why? If he's here to help me, why isn't he talking to me? What is going on?
Man, it's just like that smoky guy. They're also dodging the question.
Okay, the question was, does the conductor have a ticket?
Yeah. And then the other question was, do they have a key? And then they just talked about how ridiculous that is. I think one of the two of them are going to be the murderers
I
for the
mean,
game.
there's 3 options, so
Wouldn't it be more fun if one of the passengers was the murderer?
One
Rob,
of us.
are you the murderer?
I mean, he was in the luggage.
Hmm.
And I was carried by a
Suspicious.
mysterious man. Maybe I am the murderer. Oh, that is such a good twist. Actually, maybe, do you think that guy's still on the train? Maybe you can ask him if I'm the murderer.
I don't know. You were dropped off here yesterday.
Well, could have stowed away.
It was hard to go unnoticed on a train for a full day.
I did.
You were in the
You're
luggage.
You're small.
And I'm full of love.
Okay, that gets a smile out of her. Alright, I'll give you that. But also, if they're large enough to lift you, and pardon my saying, but you look a little dense.
Oh yeah, I'm made of metal.
Yes,
Indeed.
that's what he meant.
But someone our height hiding out is a little bit more noticeable.
Maybe they're... Nope, lost that thought.
Did Rob actually say that out loud?
Yeah.
It's just gone.
Wonder who stole it.
Maybe it was the guy stole my thought.
Alright, well, let's... You said you wanted to explore more of the train?
Yes.
Is that Dixie or... Oh, it was... Cassie? That's your
You
name?
know, I'd like to do
Yes.
it as well.
I want to
Yes.
see all of the train.
Train explorers.
Well, as long as we don't bother Mr. Smith, we should be fine.
And if we do, we can call him the murderer.
No, he's the one being murdered.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
I mean, that doesn't necessarily rule him out, does it?
Well, don't know if it would be murder at that point, but let's stay on topic here.
There would definitely be a
Right.
twist.
Train. Exploring the train. Exploring the train.
So,
Yes.
you guys have 2 ways to go. One way you've already sort of explored, but there was another door at the other side of the dining car. And the other way you have not explored yet. Which way do you want to go?
Which way did the conductor go?
The conductor went to the back, towards the back of the train, so away from the dining car.
Okay. So if we keep heading that way, we'll meet the conductor, unless he, I don't know, climbed over the roof to get back over us.
We could do that as well.
Let's stay inside the train, actually.
Yeah, pretty dangerous to be outside the train. Alright, so... Are y'all going?
Yeah, let's...
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's head out.
Back of the train or front of the train?
Back.
Back.
Honestly, don't care.
Alright. So, you guys head towards the back of this car and go into the next one. And the cabins here are closed. And if you open the first one, it's empty, and it looks like a very fancy room inside.
Is there anything inside? Like other than just it looking fancy?
Well, there's a bed, there's drawers, as in like a drawer chest sort of dealio. There's a desk. The desk has drawers. Do you want to roll me an investigation check?
Okay.
Yep.
All of us?
I mean, if you want to.
That is so on brand.
I'll keep an eye out for the, in the hallway.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so
Gang.
I'll start with Rob, who got a natural 1 for our listeners. You walk into the room and you go underneath the bed. Oh, there's a dust bunny under here. There's so much dust under here. It's so cool.
Just like the compartment I was stuffed in.
Except it's less dark.
Oh wait, it's dark in here. Falls over.
Yes. He's going to go under the bed and just, you hear a little
Clink.
Does he snore?
loudly.
I'm just gonna use my boot to move him out of there. Just rolls him out.
He just rolls out. He goes, "Good morning."
Good morning.
Bunny.
Dust bunnies.
We need to get him a flashlight or something.
Oh, like those little miner hats where you've got the flashlights on the top.
That would honestly be adorable.
Oh, but that would clash with my current look. I've already got a nice hat.
I mean,
Visibly
I am
not
one-
having the
I am-
clothes anymore.
I am one for tinkering with things, so if you do want a light, could probably make one.
Alright, okay. So, on to Dixie's roll. Sorry, this is just hilarious. So you open a
We
few
are good
of
at this.
Yeah. You open a few of the drawers, and you find a couple of pencils, a notebook, and a note, that says, Sterling, please remember that the game starts at 1 p.m. Don't forget!
Mhm.
Signed, Matthew Smith.
Gotcha. I'm going to steal like all the pencils as well as the notebook. Actually, I'm going to look inside the notebook first.
Okay. So, what languages do you know?
I haven't decided that. All I know is I know common
and
I think?
Grolix.
Yes, I think.
So if
I don't really know any other languages in this universe. Is the problem.
all right, so you can't read this, unfortunately. It's written in a very flowing script, but you can't read it.
Do any of you know this language? And I'm gonna hold up a page of the notebook.
So, does
Cassie's gonna tilt her head.
Does
and
anyone know Sylvan?
Nope.
Trying to figure out where my languages are on D&D Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
No, Cassie only knows Common and Grolix. I have the wrong character for this.
Someday I will
actually
figure out.
do.
Oh, you do?
I speak Common, Grolix, Celestial, and Sylvan.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
Someday I'll figure out
Nice.
Dixie's languages.
Alright, so, Alexa, Dixie holds this up, and you recognize this is Sylvan, and it, seems to be a diary.
What does the page it's open to say?
It's open to a couple of days ago, and the date looks really weird to you because you were absolutely certain that it was closer to Animus, but the date on there is very much after Animus.
One moment. What is today? Does anyone know?
Today is a Monday.
Today is a very good day.
I've lost track of time.
Wonderful answers, all of you, but none of it is helpful. No, I need the actual date. I need a calendar. Oh dear.
Alexa has the only brain cell in this group.
Could we? Oh, I need to speak with the conductor.
I'll keep this, and Dixie's gonna just throw it in his hammer space. This can be useful later.
Oh, one last thing, Cassie, when you opened the locked box at the end of the bed, you notice there's a bunch of clothes in here, probably belonging to Sterling Undermeyer, and there's a particularly dark coat, folded very neatly.
I mean, that's gonna catch her eye, but she's also not going to go through someone else's clothes, so she's just gonna close it and go, yep, no, there's just clothes in there.
Mm-hmm.
Can Short Rob take a peek?
Oh yes, certainly. You can take a peek at the dark coat and the other various clothing.
I just got the mental picture of him just walking around wearing the coat like a cape.
Oh,
May
that's
I?
wonderful!
Yes, you take out the dark coat and you start wearing it like a cape. It drags along the ground because it's made for someone who's 5'10".
Oh, tall.
I think that may be a little large for you, buddy.
It's also not yours. You should put it back.
It's my fashion statement.
No, it's fine.
Oh, I
And
wish I
Dixie's-
had you.
I've got my hat. I've got my cape. I'm
I've
ready
got-
for the runway.
I've got an alternate cape for you. Just give me one moment. And I will reach into my hammer space.
Alright, roll hammer space. Mm-hmm. You get it?
And I will pull out a long white doctor's coat. Fitted for someone about 5 foot in height, which is Alexa's height.
Mm-hmm.
How about this? Will this work better?
White isn't my color. You can wear it though.
You.
Yeah, Alexa, you recognize that coat. Lincoln has one.
Oh, that's not. Is it like the same? Like, is there anything that would tell me it's like the same coat?
I mean, it looks like the same coat that Lincoln has, but that also looks like the same coat that Axiom the Fox had and was wearing.
Oh, that.
I just want to say, at this point, since Rob is still like strutting around in it, Cassie's gonna try and catch him and physically pull it off him.
Okay, roll me Dex or Strength, and same, but Rob only Dex.
And I know Lincoln stayed behind in the town, right?
Lincoln actually left with Decimal a while ago to go to Villestown and follow up on the threads there.
Okay.
Oof. So, Cassie, you vainly try to catch Rob, but Rob has gotten on to what you're trying to do and has started scuttling back and forth really quickly.
He has activated scamper mode.
He's on zoomies.
No.
Back
It's
here,
my
it's
fashion
not
statement.
yours. It's not yours.
I things are not adding up here. Why is that here?
What? It's
Because it's for me.
no. It's from. Must be. Persons. Is this from someone else?
Well, I've seen two people wear that kind of coat. One was a friend, and the other was, again, putting it nicely, not.
Well, now you've seen 3 people wear it.
Technically.
4 counting you. Wait.
I have a doctor's coat.
Give me a
He's going
moment.
to try his damnedest to keep that coat on.
Yeah, Cassie's given up at this point. She's pouting.
I think.
Go ahead.
Alexa's just kind of. So, we think that this is Mr. Smith's things?
No. Dixy pulled out a note for Sterling from Mr. Smith. And,
So I would assume this is with Mr. Smith's, Sterling stuff.
This is Sterling's room that you guys are going through.
Oh,
So
yeah!
we basically ransacked.
Let's go!
I have his coat now.
This is Sterling's room.
He's not going to be happy you're wearing his coat.
Well,
That's
I'm happy
what
that I'm wearing his
said.
coat.
I'm also happy you're wearing his coat. It looks adorable on you, but you have to put it back.
Well, I guess I can put it back. And he's going to sadly remove the coat and turn and look at Alexa and just sulk as much as possible as he drags it back to the drawer.
Thank you. But finding it is... He is definitely lying to me about something. Like, there's not a single doubt in my mind. Sorry, there's a dog barking in the background.
Puppy.
It's okay. It's coming through the window, and the window is a little open. There's a nice, cool breeze coming through the room, and it's carrying the sound of dog.
Dog.
Must be a
As we-
hermit who
As
lives
we
on
zip
the
by
mountain.
it. I'll close the drawer again, and we should. Where'd the book go?
So Dixy didn't roll a sleight of hand to put the book.
Oh no, I didn't. Should I roll a sleight of hand now?
I'll let you do it. Roll sleight of hand to see if anyone actually saw you put the journal into your hammer space.
I'm gonna say Alexa was distracted by Rob.
Ah, yes.
So Alexa may have been distracted, but both Rob and Cassie saw that.
Pretty sure Dixie has it, don't you?
Do you need this?
Could I see that again?
And hammer space roll.
Yep.
Okay, 3. So he's just gonna reach into his trench coat and pull out the book.
What's the most recent entry?
He's gonna open the book and flick through it.
Most recent entry says March 6th.
Oh, that's months. Oh, it's been months. I haven't talked to my dad in months. I haven't checked back into the hospital. Oh no.
Dixie looks mildly concerned.
Oh, the hollow. Were there time loss properties about the hollow?
Well, you did notice that when you were there, your watch jumped back a second while you were looking at it.
This is not in character, but just saying, the name of the place is called Timeless Hollow.
And
you know, you know.
And Alexa, you were very kind of, well, you're not quite sure what Tutu Kid had gone off to do, but with the way they were talking, it seemed like it would take them a long time, but they came back about maybe a week, 2 weeks later.
I was so busy trying to figure out a cure for this, the shadows, that like all of this just kind of slipped her mind.
Yep.
Oh, I need to get back. Well, I'm on the way back, which is good, but
what?
I've been out of the loop for a few months. That gives a lot of other people chances to move that I did not realize they had. Oh, this is scary.
Take a deep breath. Do you need to sit down?
No, I'm quite functional at the moment.
You could.
Well, now I wish I could actually take a drink.
You could have my coat if it makes you feel better.
You don't have the coat anymore.
I could retrieve it again.
No.
He's eyeing the drawer again.
And like actually dealing with Rob seems to be like anchoring her a bit after the realization.
There's a bum bum bum, and then a let me roll performance for him.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, that like tune is the same one Kai used in the Never-Ending Train for the announcement, and that was my first thought.
I heard it and I got really scared for a second.
No, I need to get home.
He's like, oh no, not
server.
This entire server has gotten people to hear train.
The voice of the artificer, the conductor for this train, comes on over the speakers and says, "Oh no, there's been a murder."
Oh,
Please, somebody come help. You kind of hear him from, like, a couple of, like, cabins down from you.
can I? Is he still speaking?
Not anymore.
Okay.
It stopped. Do, do, do. That was his performance, by the way.
Oh my.
Well, that fucking sucked.
He's not really selling the drama, is he?
Hang on, I'm gonna roll Rob's insight to see if he believes that there has been a murder.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Mmm.
he's so
barely-
torn.
He barely believes the announcement. There's some doubt in his mind.
There's no doubt.
Wait, the game hasn't begun yet. But there's been a murder. What's
Is
going
it-
on here?
He's so
Is it one?
I think that is our cue for the game to start. Rob?
It is 1 o'clock.
Alright.
Well,
So-
let's go on, shall we? And Dixie's gonna start moving forward.
Dixie, where did you put the book?
Oh yeah, if I got it back, I am going to put it back in my hammer space.
Okay, just stealing a man's journal.
I'm keeping this. This is for me.
You can't read it.
He's just gonna shrug. Keep going.
Can you like, sorry, I'm just gonna roll something for Cassie to see if she saw that.
Honestly, after dealing with Tutu Kid for what is apparently months, Alexa's quite desensitized to people just taking things.
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
Cassie,
she
you
notices
saw
that.
Hey, that's not yours. You should put it back.
No, you should take it.
But that's stealing.
I know.
Well, I kind of want them to hold on to it for a bit. Is that okay? As long as it's put back before we leave.
Yes. It will.
All right.
You might want to roll persuasion.
Okay. Let's see.
Or deception if you're not planning on putting it back at all.
We'll see, we'll see.
Yeah, okay, that makes
Cass-
it. Cassie's gonna let him take it.
All right. So Dixie, write down probably Sterling's journal in your
Okay.
hammer space.
Most likely, very most likely.
Mhm.
And written in parentheses, can't read.
Yeah.
Yes.
'Cause it's in Sylvan.
I can learn that.
I mean, you could. All right. So you've heard the announcement and the sound of the artificer a couple of cabins down. What are you guys doing?
Should we? I'm a little out of it. Do you all want to go play the game?
Could
mean-
be fun.
Yeah, it seems like fun.
Yeah, I'm okay tagging along. I just you know.
I am so in for this game. I'm gonna accuse everyone. Let's go. Let's go right now. Let's go right now. He's
Rob,
tapping
Settle
his little
Settle
things
down.
again.
look at
Okay,
me.
I'm slowing down. I'm slowing down. Yes, yes.
Everyone in this room did not commit the murder. We were all with you. Do you get that?
And you didn't commit the murder either.
Oh, thank you for clarifying.
Oh, I did forget that. I apologize.
Okay, okay. I know the rules now. Let's
All
go.
right.
Let's go.
Let's go.
He doesn't have hands, but you can hear him vocalize a clapping sound.
He can do that?
It's like just a
Wonderful.
noise.
Alright, as the four of you move together towards the sound of the artificer, let's go to a little bit of a break.
Oh yeah, I could use some water.
Yeah, I need some water.
Water.
Yeah.
Hydrate before you dehydrate.
Water.
You back? Do you have a amount of time you wanna set?
10 minutes?
I think Heart's already gone.
Dang.
All right, let's say
Yeah,
10 minutes.
Let's pretend
They're
it's
usually
10
around
minutes.
that
Truly
amount
is
of
heartless. I'm loving this group dynamic.
Oh, it's wonderful.
I'm having a lot of fun, but I'm also feeling so out of it right now.
Oh,
Oh,
Mira.
it's okay. I'm pretty sure Soto might have also been recording as well, so I think.
That's alright. Just pray to the technology gods that we don't need the backup.
Please.
Yeah, fingers crossed for everything.
I know it doesn't happen too often, so.
Yeah, I think it's only happened twice in my knowledge. Maybe 3 times.
Well, that's a pretty good chance that it probably won't happen.
Yeah, well, at least I know twice that has had like game effects. If it's happened more than that, that's a bit harder to keep track of.
Yeah. Honestly, at this point, I should probably start listening to more of the Toonkind games. I am not in the loop. I have no idea what's going on.
To
Me
be
too.
fair, most people don't know what's happening with most of the game.
Okay.
It's
I'm just-
very hard to keep up, let alone with like everything.
If
I'm just
anything-
glad I'm playing a chronic dumbass.
Yes. If anything, I'm just gonna listen to the main games, not the FPSs. Oh, I don't want to touch the FPSs. There's so many of them.
Oh, that's completely fair.
But it works for character. Because Dixie's also out of the loop, so.
It's kind of funny because I actually do know like about the stuff before this, but Cassie does not care.
Oh, I see.
Hmm? Hello.
Hello.
Is everyone back?
I do actually have to go for like a second.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, I will as well, now that I think about it, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Go back.
Yep.
I'm looking back on some of these pictures in Satora, they're so cute.
Don't mind me just saving all the pictures.
Hello, I have returned.
Hello.
Where did my pen go? Dateline, March 6th. Mira has lost their pen.
Oh no.
Oh, it got eaten by blankets.
I'm trying to catch up. And just opening every single picture so I can save them later.
What pictures?
The pictures that
In the chat.
Sotaro have drawn.
Oh yes. Oh wait, I should save those actually.
I'm gonna be putting them into a Google Drive folder, like I do for all Eclipse Cathedral things.
Oh.
Okay, I am back.
Welcome back. Is everyone back now?
You do,
No idea.
I think Candlestick had to go for a bit, so we'll wait for them.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I think that's all of us. Yeah.
I think so.
D's here, right?
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's everybody.
I think everyone's here.
Coconut.
Yep, alright. So, back into the game. Alright. So, the four of you arrive a couple of cabins down, and I'm gonna have the Artificer roll again, because, man, that was abysmal. Oh, that's so much better than before. So as you arrive at the cabin, the Artificer looks sufficiently distressed. And he looks at you guys and goes, "Oh, good, you're here." Yes, poor Matthew Smith. And he gestures towards the room, holding the door open for you. And
What happened to Matthew Smith?
it appears he's been killed.
Oh.
So as you guys, sorry, go ahead.
No, keep going.
As you guys look into the room, very fancy room. There's Matthew Smith laying face first down on the floor, his arms stretched in various ways. Up beside him on the desk is his meal half eaten, and besides that, the room looks like the room you guys just left. Except that, you tossed the room that you just left, so it's a lot cleaner in here.
Oh wait, we didn't clean it. Oh no.
Oh, we
We
did not.
closed the drawer.
You close the drawer,
That was
That
one
was-
thing.
and
That
you
was
put
about it.
the jacket back.
And we also cleaned out some of the dust from
That's
under the
fair.
pit
From under the bed.
Oh, so
onto the floor.
there's dust in this
It'll be fine.
room.
Hopefully
Oh
he
my
doesn't
God.
have allergies.
Oh my gosh. Nobody move. I'm gonna go find a stick.
You're not gonna find a stick.
I don't
Oh no,
think
there's
you should
gotta be
poke
one
him.
around here somewhere.
Hold
I
on.
promised him.
Alexa's just thinking to herself, he's gonna snap a leg off a chair, and I just know it.
Does it have to be a stick of
So,
wood?
let's see if you can do this. No, you guys all see the Artificer pull a stick out from the smoke and very obviously toss it to the side, like above Rob's head.
Oh my god. Can Rob roll a perception to see if he sees it?
Actually, that's better.
That was a natural one. By the way, I rolled a nat one.
To try and nonchalantly throw it.
Yeah, to sleight
Let's
of
see if-
hand throw the stick to make it be like the Artificer did not take it out.
I just like to think of that's how done he is with it. He's just not putting any effort.
I mean, he's putting more effort into his acting right now, but like
he's so upset over the fact that he can't surprise us that he's just like no effort at this point.
Yeah.
This is so sad.
And as soon as he pulled the stick out, Rob was laser focused on it.
So yeah, he tosses the stick nonchalantly. Oh, how did that get there?
I'm going to have Rob try and sleight of hand the stick.
No, I definitely see that.
I think all of us.
Dixie doesn't know what's going on. Not with Rob.
Cassie saw that.
With the stick, Alexa's just gonna kind of be like, "All right, Rob. What would be the least uncomfortable place to be jabbed with a stick? Just the shoulder, or like the side of the thigh.
Foot.
Short Rob is going to...
No face, no stomach, okay?
Stick in hand, Short Rob is going to completely and utterly ignore Alexa and just...
Oh, yeah.
And just start, like, tapping all over. At this point, you're just sort of beating them with this small stick.
No, stop.
He's so excited.
Cassie's got her face in her hands.
Alexa immediately does like the child with a fork near an electrical socket run.
Dixie just does a small giggle, just...
You just like pick Rob up, and his leg is still moving, trying to scuttle around.
Rob, I'll admit, at some point during this poking fest, Matthew Smith rolls over.
Good, he's not.
He takes the stick from you and just
his
lays
eyes
back
are
over
closed, but he's not dead. He's pretending.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry.
That's why I said not. Oh, no. You gotta be more careful. Also, if I've only watched, crime procedural like dramas and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure you look for evidence before touching the body.
Oh, and you draw chalk.
What?
Is it okay if he draws on the floor? Alexa asks conductor.
Yes. Here, hold on. He reaches what you assume must be his head into the smoke and pulls out a box of chalk. And just kind of offers it towards Rob.
Rob is going to snatch the chalks. He is so excited for this. He's going to stop, turn, and just lean in to Tutu Kid and say,
Tutu Kid's not here.
Oh,
so it would be entirely in character for them to be there for that moment.
Yes.
Maximum Chaos has summoned Tutu Kid.
Oh no. Oh no.
These two should never meet.
They'd destroy the world.
He's going to lean in and say, "This way, we'll know where the body was." And then he's going to... It's the worst chalk outline you've ever seen. He's moving too fast. It's all squiggly. It's everywhere. It's practically everywhere but the body.
Oh. Should we some help with that?
Does anyone want to make an investigation check on the room?
Cassie will.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Alright.
Oh! Okay.
Oh.
Oh, well.
They've
nat
seen
20.
a lot of stuff.
Oh.
You see a lot of chalk.
Laser focus, not focusing on Rob right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, looking at all the important things.
Both of them.
None
So-
of which is Rob.
You two do see a notebook that the artificer goes, "Oh, that's mine." What? Why is that? Why is that here? And he picks it up out of your hands and tucks it into his hammer space. He goes,
Whose hands?
whoever picked it up. Unless you want to fight it, I don't. Okay.
Who rolled the natural 20?
That was-
Yeah, Cassie.
Cassie.
That was me. And Cassie will not, hold on to it.
You can't
How
really
did that
leave the
get here?
stage notes out.
Yeah. And so you'll also find well, that there's something quote unquote suspicious with the food. It smells sweet. There's also little there's smudges, black smoky smudges around the around Matthew and on like Matthew's face, but there's also strands of long white hair.
Ah.
Which
Hey,
hmm?
hey, Alexa, you're a medical robot, right?
I prefer medical professional, but yes.
Medical professional. Do you want to have a look at this food? It smells weird. It smells sweet, and I don't think that's normal.
Sure. I'll give it a look. And I'll walk over and Alexa will grab one or she'll hold up her finger and the top will just pop open. She'll scoop up a little bit of the food with it.
Mm-hmm. Roll a medicine check.
And I thought you couldn't eat.
Oh yeah,
Unnatural 20.
Mm-hmm. So, there's a lot more sugar in this food than there really should be. It is perfectly harmless, although...
Can I tell that this was supposed to be the stand-in for poison?
Mm-hmm.
It's
it's
been-
green.
Alright.
Ah.
It's been poisoned. And she she does her best to play along and be a bit dramatic about it. Mostly for the
Thunderclap in
conductor's
background.
sake.
I mean, the artificer in the background brightens up a little bit.
Good thing I didn't eat.
I'm
no.
detecting a high amount of I'm trying to think of the poison.
Or you could
Poison.
just use the.
A high amount of poison.
I was gonna say you could just use the scientific word for sugar.
There's
Of course, there's
No,
a
no.
scientific
Even
word for
better.
sugar.
This has dihydrogen monoxide in it.
No!
Who would eat that? Guys, I don't think someone would eat that sort of stuff willingly. It might have been slipped into their food.
Very likely. Is there any evidence on the body that he has been poisoned from Cassie's natural 20?
Yes, so Cassie, you would have found, like, carefully drawn on marks of like veins, green veins. You know, like when someone gets poisoned.
Oh.
Yep, he has green veins. You can see them here, see?
All right. Cassie, Rob, who had access to his food with these long white hairs?
The butler did it.
No, it's...
Well, he technically did have a butler with the robot.
I don't think the robot has hair, though. Do
No,
robots
probably
have
not.
hair?
I mean, I had a hamster once which had hair.
I've eaten hair once.
Don't do that.
There are also sooty smudges on the body.
What smudges?
Soot. There's soot on the body.
Oh, there's also this soot here. See?
Alexa will look back at the conductor. Do you by any chance have anything you could offer me? A piece of paper or anything?
Piece of paper. Yes. He reaches into his head and pulls out a piece of stationery paper.
And as he's still like holding on to it, like with the grip to like move it to hand, just gonna try and pluck it out of his fingers.
Okay.
Does it leave any kind of smudge or anything?
Yeah, it does. There's, as you pull it out of his fingers, he gives a disgruntled sound, and there's kind of like when you take coal and like run it along something. Marks.
And I'll hand the paper to Dixy.
Would I roll investigation?
I mean, you can see there are dark soot marks on the paper.
She's just handing evidence out to people, basically.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Also, Mr. Smoke, sir.
You can call me RT.
Okay, Mr. Smoke, sir. Do you also happen to have any large keys? Alexa wants one, so I was wondering if you had any.
The artificer looks at Rob like Rob is suddenly grown 2 heads. What are you talking about?
Don't mind him. Are there any places that's such normally?
Oh, yes, the engine room.
Did anyone go in the engine?
That's a good question. Actually, yes. Matthew didn't, but, I think Blue did. Earlier today.
A robot butler did it.
No, that sounds ridiculous.
And there's also white hair.
No, yeah. Where are the marks on Matthew?
So they're on his hands, but also kind of on his pant legs.
Matthew could have been coming from the engine.
Maybe. Mr. RD, sir?
Yes.
Did you check for a pulse?
Oh, I'm not a doctor. Should I have?
I mean, it looks like you checked for something.
Yes, I was shaking him to see if he would wake up, and he didn't, so I assumed he was deceased.
Fair enough. That probably explains the smudges.
Cassie's gonna brighten and go, so you were the one who found the body?
Yes, I found the body. I know that makes me seem rather suspicious.
When?
Just a couple of minutes ago. And then I called for somebody to help over the PA system.
So you came from the engine?
There's a... Yes.
Why were you checking up on Mr. Matthew?
Oh, because I always check up on him, right in the middle of his nap to see if he'd been disturbed.
You check on them around 1 o'clock each time you take a trip.
Yes. And I also check on him 5 hours later and 5 hours before that.
Do you often find him dead when you do these checks?
He can only be dead once.
Well, not technically true. There is medicine that can pick you back up.
You're right on that. Sometimes.
This is a D&D fantasy world. You can technically be dead many times.
The artificer kind of blanches at Rob's question. No, I don't usually find him dead.
It's usually his job to make sure people get to their location without being dead.
Yes.
Cassie's got on this serious expression as she's sort of getting into the swing of this and continues. Mr. Artificer, sir, what were you up to after we saw you and before you found the body?
I was on my way to the engine to check up on it.
And how did you find the engine?
It's through there. And he points to behind him. This is a weird train, guys.
I was going to ask, aren't engines at the front of the train and we headed back?
Yeah.
Yep. This is a weird train.
There's an engine at either end for forwards and backwards.
You know, yes. Dixie's actually going to step over the body and open the door to see the engine. Just to check if he's telling the truth.
Okay. So you open the door, and beyond that, looks like a cargo hold. And there is a door you can see through the window of the door. Beyond that.
Would I have to roll perception to see?
Yes.
Cassie might come and check out it as well, so I might roll as well.
There's certainly something back there. You're having a hard time seeing, unfortunately.
Is there any sign of blue?
Yeah, as you guys peer through the window, and I guess if Dixie is holding Cassie up, or Cassie's just looking through the door, it's Cassie, because you're short if you're not being held up.
Dixie's not holding her up.
Yeah, Cassie,
yeah, that's
you're
probably
short. So, you have to open the door, but you just see another door. But in the cargo hold is a four-legged robot with two blue eyes, and it turns its head to look at you, and it gives a quiet ding of questioning at you.
Cassie's gonna wave and go, "Hi, I'm Cassie."
Hi, Cassie.
Is the engine over there?
The engine? Isn't the engine at the front of the train? Says
That's
the
what
robot.
I was thinking.
Sideways glance at the conductor.
The artificer looks smoky.
Hard to read.
He's hard to
Very
read.
hard to read.
But, seems he might have been lying to you.
I see.
Was Mr. Smith carrying anything valuable on him, Blue?
Valuable? Yes. Master carries a lot of valuable things.
Anything he would want to keep on his person?
I suppose his very fancy necklace.
Does that look like one of the places someone would need to? One of the smudges would be if someone would need to take it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see anyone come through here?
Through here? I suppose the artificer came and checked up on me. And Blue, gets up from his bed and crawls forward and then looks over and goes, "Oh, hello, Mr. Artificer."
Whenabouts was this?
Just a few seconds ago, before the announcement. Is somebody really dead?
I know, right? Someone actually died.
I'll just kind of lean over to the conductor. Is he in on this? Like in on the show?
The conductor very slowly nods up and down, the smoke moving obviously.
All right, I'll tell Blue. It appears Mr. Smith has met an unfortunate end. And somehow, even knowing that she's in on like the whole like drama of the thing, Alexa still kind of feels bad about having to deliver that news.
Yep. Blue starts making crying noises, and then you know, I really don't want to roll initiative, guys.
Oh no!
Wait, huh?
Don't worry, Blue. I poked him with a stick.
Blue dashes forwards and headbutts the nearest person.
Which would probably be Cassie who opened the door.
Cassie or Dixie?
Do we need to make save rolls or something like that?
Dex save?
Yeah, make a dex save.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 20 plus your modifier, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
It's okay.
Oh no.
Blue rolled a 3.
Oof.
So, Blue dashes forward and curls into a ball and rolls And everyone just jumps out of the way, and
Dixie just fumbles and trips.
Blue rolls all the way to the other side of the fancy cabin and goes thunk against the door.
Don't worry, Blue. None of us did it. Alexa told me so.
Well, we don't know.
Roll persuasion?
Oh god, this is not gonna go well.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh. Oh hey.
Blue rolls and uncurls, stands up. They're about Cassie's height.
Oh.
And they look at Rob and blank go, "Really? You guys didn't do it?"
Yeah, me especially. I especially didn't do it.
Oh.
We found food, or we found poison in his food.
Oh no, he was poisoned.
Yeah, if you look at his arm there, you can see the very realistic veins painted in green. I mean, that are green.
Blue comes over and looks in.
That was a genuine slip up.
Oh.
Oh. The food was poisoned? Don't you think you should talk to the chef?
I think we should. Though I believe the artificer should return what he took. To at least you, Blue.
Blue turns back to the artificer and narrows her eyes. The artificer very slowly... Oh, that's a 1.
Uh-oh.
You have failed, good sir.
Yes. That's okay. I know the regular hammer space table is... And he slowly pulls out a dancer's outfit. So I rolled a 15.
What is that?
And he
What
looks at
kind
it.
of dancer's outfit?
So it's a very erotic dancer's outfit.
Oh my!
Oh!
And the artificer, his smoke turns red for a moment. He shoves it back into his head.
Dixie's gonna do like a good chuckle.
Oh, Alexa's face just goes blue for a second.
Rob is already plotting how to steal that and wear it.
That's another fumble.
No. Oh.
And so, while his smoke is red, he pulls out a finger trap toy.
Oh no!
And gets one of his fingers stuck in it and starts waving it around on his smoky finger, going,
Dixie's just gonna go over and just undo the trap.
Thank you. Yeah, those things are annoying.
Alright, we'll
And
give you
he
a
finally
second.
pulls out a silver necklace with a blue pendant on it. And Blue makes a derisive noise and jumps and takes the pendant. That's mine.
Well, I believe now that we have everyone's property back in the proper ownership.
Cassie's just gonna turn to Rob and go, "See? stealing is bad.
Well,
Did Dixie go well in the background?
yes.
Continue.
Well,
What is Dixie
well,
going to say?
I think it was just an accidental interjection.
Yes,
Okay.
it was.
I think Rob is going to look down and say, maybe in the right circumstances.
In the right circumstances, it is okay to steal.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later.
I want to steal, though.
Let's
If you're not caught, it's fine.
Dixie gets it.
Oh my. Well, let's should we go confront the chef for the poisoned food?
Sure.
Okay,
Okay.
but my running theory is still that the butler did it.
Blue is going to look at you blankly. I'll stay here.
No offense.
Mm.
Alright, you should probably also stay here, Mr. Artificer.
Yeah, yes, of course.
Alright, who's leading the charge? We're going up against a suspected poisoner.
I will go. So it's always been my dream to call someone a murderer. A dream that I had 5 minutes ago when I went under a bed and everything was dark.
You know, that tracks.
So Rob
Makes
is going to lead the charge. If everyone's okay with that.
That's wonderful.
Absolutely okay with that.
Alright, so Rob, you lead the way back the way you guys came.
That was for Hammer Space.
Okay.
So Dixie's just gonna pull out a mug.
Hmm.
Seems to be full of coffee.
Nice. Alright, so the four of you walk into the dining car, and Sterling seems to be frantically doing things behind the bar counter, and he looks up and goes, "Oh, hello. Hello there.
Hello.
How can I help you?"
I think you're a butler. No, a murderer.
Yeah, I figured he'd get there eventually.
Sterling blinks at first and goes, "No, it's not me." Hold on.
I think otherwise.
15 plus 3. That's
Because-
performance.
I'm just picturing like small short Rob like just interrogating them, and the other three are just like standing back watching to see how this goes.
No. How could it be me? Oh. You don't have any evidence, do you?
A plate of poisoned food.
Yeah, with green stuff.
Green stuff? There's very interesting sauce from this place in Toontown that I've bought the recipe from them so that I could put it on the food. It's perfectly safe.
What's the sauce called?
Looks across games to Barks and Files. I don't remember what the sauce is called, but Sterling gives you the name of the sauce, whatever that sauce is called.
Not poison sauce?
Sounds delicious. I'm still on to you.
His hair's white, right?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
His hair is white. And you did see him deliver the plate of food.
And it didn't have green sauce on it.
Okay.
But
Now,
there's
who's the
also-
good cop?
There's
Who's the
also
good
white
cop? I need to
hair.
swap over.
Rob, you be bad cop.
Yes, I'm very good at being bad.
Okay, Rob, you might not be allowed to be bad cop.
Oh,
Sterling just watches back and forth, looking the part of a nervous person.
Suspect.
Yep.
Dixy, are you good at looking around for things?
Sure.
Could you hop behind the counter there and see what you can find? Any bottles or...
No one's
Investigation?
supposed to be behind the counter here, just me.
Well, there's a murder.
Yes, I heard about that.
So. And without waiting for an answer, is gonna jump behind the counter.
And no stealing things this time.
This time.
He's just
like
gonna
Keep going.
Keep going.
go rummage around.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Dang it.
Let me consult my notes. Let me check. Alright, so you search around, and Sterling just puts up his hands like, fine, look, I guess. And you, find some regular array of sauces. Nothing green.
Does Sterling have any pockets?
Yes.
Ah.
He does have pockets.
I would like to check in those.
Uh,
Maybe.
As Dixie approaches, Alexa will hold out her hand and say, "Hold person," without actually casting it.
And playing the game, Sterling has immediately struck his hands to his sides and holds still.
Cool. It's time to snoop.
Alexa just thinks to herself, "It's always nice to find a good improv partner."
Roll investigation with advantage because Sterling's not fighting you.
and no sudden
Oh.
death.
Advantage.
Yeah.
All
Another
right.
7!
So, so what you find in his pockets is you find a keychain with a very weird key hanging from it.
Oh? I'm gonna keep that. No, I'm not gonna put it in my hammer space, but I'm keeping that.
And you also find a little green bottle with green sauce in it.
Yeah. And Dixie's gonna hold out the bottle just plainly.
Oh.
Alexa will hold her hand out for it.
That's the tasty sauce.
She'll put it in. No, that's poison.
Oh,
Yeah, it's, Alexa turns the bottle around, it's got a little skull and crossbones on it.
I'm pretty sure the artificer's in charge of the prop department. She'll say, "I believe this is the poison we are looking for. Book 'em, everyone."
wait,
Oh, unhold person.
He relaxes and goes, if it weren't for you meddling kids.
and your pet robot.
And your pet robot.
That's me you was talking about.
I want to refute that, but I'm only 8.
I am not a kid.
There.
Close enough. So do we take him back to the artificer?
Mm.
This part of the game
Guess
so.
wasn't very clear.
Let's throw him off the train.
We are not
Don't.
throwing him off the train.
Please don't.
No, it's still a game, Rob.
Oh, sorry. We'll throw him off the train. Wink. With one eye.
Wait, can he wink?
Yeah, he just sort of blinks.
He's got the one eye.
Blink very slowly.
Ah.
So, real quick. Dixie, are you still holding that really weird keychain in your hand?
Yes.
Okay. No, you're not.
What happened?
Swiped out of your hand.
You're 1 second you're holding it, and the next second it's not in your hand anymore.
Did anyone see that? The keychain
Oh.
with the key on it?
So I think Alexa, your passive perception.
15.
It's 15.
So you saw Sterling quickly reach out, snag the keychain and its key, and put it back in his pocket.
What?
She kind of gives him a look. We'll talk about this later.
Sterling blinks and holds his hands out. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm about to be arrested.
Yeah, true. Does anyone have, like, rope? Or I wouldn't know why you would have cuffs, but
I mean, everyone should probably have rope.
I don't really have any rope on me. I'm a doctor.
That's fair. Anyone with an adventurer's kit has rope in their hammer space.
I think I have rope. Just like stored
That would make
somewhere
sense.
within.
It just pops out.
It just pops out of one of the drawers.
Yeah.
Dixie will grab it and tie him up.
Not too tight around the wrists. You don't want to cut off circulation.
Mm-hmm.
Book 'em.
Also,
Although
I want
it's-
to.
I
wanna
believe
try
you're supposed to hand me over to the artificer now.
Works for me. Let's get him down the train.
Let's go. Let's go.
Back we go.
Start
Careful.
pushing him towards the door.
Careful on the divides, Rob.
So, who's leading the
It's
way
not
this
careful.
time?
Dixie, probably.
Okay, cool. And Dixie's pulling Sterling along?
Yep.
Alright.
Or pushing.
Pushing. He's going semi-quietly, just kind of muttering to himself under his breath.
More suspicious, I would have gotten away with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Foiled villain.
Foiled villain acting.
Tiny monologue.
Tiny monologue, but I'm not going to say it because I didn't write one.
I do have one question. So what's the motive?
He's just annoying.
Why'd you do it?
Ugh.
Talks of travel too much.
No, he just kind of talks down to me and just...
Pours sand on the floor and makes you clean it up.
Yes. Every single time he talks about that desert and theater.
Yeah, fair enough. Well,
Makes sense.
I mean, I don't know if it's enough for murder, but I can see why it's annoying.
Oh, I could totally see why this happened. I mean,
Connecting
leaving
the
our own
dots.
messes like that for someone else to clean up, it's ridiculous.
I have to tell you, you are the most terrifying thing I've seen on this train. Maybe terrifying is the right word. Unsettling?
What's unsettling?
It always seems fine.
Do we reach the artificer with no issue?
Yep, you reach the artificer with no issue. There was only a little like play fighting in some of the in-betweens, but Sterling didn't actually go anywhere.
He doesn't want to fall off the train.
No. And he's real kind. He's
Or be
definitely
pushed
real
off.
kind, so
Oh no, if he fell off, that wouldn't be very good.
yeah, he'd probably
He
not
wouldn't
have a
even-
very good time with that.
Wouldn't even be able to brace himself because he's got his hands tied.
Yeah.
You get him back to the artificer, and the artificer looks up, and the eyes brighten, and he goes, "Oh, you've brought our cook here with his hands tied.
It's him.
Ah,
He did it.
Would anyone like to present the evidence? And she'll offer out the poison to the group.
mm. The artificer reaches forward and takes the poison. Ah, yes, poison.
Yes, for the green veins and the skull
We
and
found it in
crossbones.
his pocket.
Mm-hmm. So he was trying to get rid of the evidence by hiding it.
And he also said he wouldn't have got away with it too. And only villains do that.
Oh, so he's
Yeah,
confessed.
he confessed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was really silly of him now that I think about it.
Yeah.
We'd have to like test the poison and stuff to make sure it actually is poison.
Who would have eaten it?
Oh, I could do that.
No.
The artificer is holding the poison up above his head. No. Don't.
He's one step ahead.
And Matthew, who's just been kind of hanging out on the floor this whole time, sits up and goes, "Congrats! You won!"
Ah! Ah!
Alexa does like a little startled jump and clutches the jar she's been carrying a little tighter as Rob starts screaming next to her.
Shh, calm down, Rob. It was a game, remember?
Oh! Yeah, I remember that.
Your mic cut out, so I thought you were going, no!
No.
And Matthew Smith gets up from the floor, all smiles, and he goes over to his trunk, and he opens it, and he pulls out a train whistle for each of you. And then he pauses and says, yes. He reaches into his own hammer space. That's a 10. And pulls out, let's see, one. He looks around and counts each of you before pulling out bags of gold and handing one to each of you. Along with the train
Gold.
whistle.
Money.
Snacks!
No, that's not a snack, that's money.
This is how we learn that Rob is coin operated.
It's gold. You can spend it on things, he says to Rob.
You could spend it on chocolate coins, which look like gold.
I know what
But
I'm
you
going to
can
spend
eat
it on. And Short Rob is going to turn to Alexa and give them 2 pieces of gold for buying them the ticket.
Oh.
Thank you.
So Rob, you now
He
have,
already had gold on him, but he just...
Rob, you now have 13 gold because there were 15 pieces in each of those bags. So 15 gold in each of the bags. And you get a train whistle. It sounds like a train when you blow into it.
Like
Yes.
a really real train whistle. Whoa.
Alexa just kind of thinks to herself, "Wow, I really wish I could use this."
Two of the
Aw.
4 party members don't have lungs.
Maybe with a fan.
You're like
Just so you
attached to a
know,
whoopee cushion.
Cassie has already been blowing on her train whistle.
Yep, it goes woo woo when you blow on it.
She is delighted.
It's a wonderful souvenir from our time here on the train. We do still have some hours left
Was that
until we get
to take
to
longer?
Ys.
Was that supposed to take longer?
Yeah, unfortunately we lost a couple of our
Enough.
players, as in our actors.
A number of staff
Mhm.
left.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but the game
actually-
was still fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Very much so.
Needed
I'm
more
glad.
entertaining.
If you are interested, I can offer you a laundry list of easily imitatable, like poisonous effects.
Ooh.
Uh,
Matthew is reaching into his pocket and he pulls out a notebook and his eyes are wide and shiny and he's very much wanting to yes listen
Alexa-
to this.
One of the ideas that Alexa had was basically like whip up some egg white foam, so it looks like you're foaming at the mouth a little bit, and that way the poison seems to have had a reaction with your actual dietary system instead of gone into your bloodstream.
Oh, yes.
Wow, why do you know that?
Well, the egg white thing was a little trick I learned back in school, but I am a doctor.
Oh my gosh, this entire time I have been calling you Doctor. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, Rob. I don't think you've said my name once.
I forgot your title.
The artificer
really have-
heavily goes over and unties Sterling's hands and holds up the rope. So, whose rope is this?
It's Rob's.
Oh,
Okay, that's
here you
mine.
go. He gives
He's
the rope
going-
back to you.
He's going to put it in his weird robot mouth and slurp up like spaghetti. It's going somewhere inside his body.
So
That was an image I never needed.
it's like a big noodle.
Yeah.
I do have a question. What was with the robe, or sorry, not the robe, the coat?
Who are you asking this to?
Sterling and the artificer, who are, and Mr. Smith as well.
The artificer and Mr. Smith wrinkled their eyebrows and go, "The coat?" And Sterling goes, "Ah, yes, let's go over here. Come on." And he starts kind of he gently waves you, because he's not going to take your arm, because he realizes you might be uncomfortable. He just, "Come on, let's go over here and talk about that."
She'll step over to the little more private area.
Which is his room.
Okay.
Oh, is he going to see the trashed state of it?
Probably.
He looks down and notices there's dust all over the floor. Kind of... I thought I
They
cleaned
were
this
looking-
morning.
They were
I'm
looking for
sorry.
clues.
Yes. Apologies. he just kind of turns around and sits on his bed. Did anyone else follow Alexa and Sterling?
Rob didn't.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
So Sterling's going to look up at the group and, can you just come inside and close the door, please?
Dixie will wait for everyone to shuffle through and then just move the door closed with his boot.
So you're asking me about my dark coat?
Coat, the keys, the fact that you definitely know who I was talking about earlier. And no one shares a fashion sense with that fox.
Apart from me.
Oh. I see. I thought I had longer off from that. Ah, damn it. Just kind of pinches the bridge of his nose for a moment.
Yeah, I thought I had taken a shorter amount of time to take this trip. Were you told I was coming?
You... Right. Ah, yes. Axiom told us, about you and your little group. Honestly, his description was very bad. Which, coming from Axiom, that's just Axiom the Fox.
He seems to like mischief at the base level.
Yeah, I don't know why, I don't know why North hires him.
Well, why ever he hired him, you seem to be working for the same person that was pulling the souls out of people.
What?
Pulling souls out of people. So that's what he sent him to do there.
Okay, Axiom was just as vague. You need to give me something here.
I don't have to give you anything. You went... I mean, admittedly, going through my things is part of the game.
Yeah, I imagine a lot of people don't know about your... What is it? Some sort of organization?
Order.
Probably an unlucky amount of people.
Order.
Okay, does the order have a name?
I don't know. They have a just back and forth argument. I usually stay out of it.
Okay.
I'm only with them because I have nowhere else to go. And he gives a kind of unhappy expression. So, why were you saying my name earlier? That you knew me?
You go by Roderick.
That's my name. Roderick Asgrim Gylas. I've only been going by Sterling because someone has stolen my name.
That would be the Roderick I know. I mean, he was a good guy. He helped us stop whoever that was in the top of the tower. It was... Again, you're a bad guy. You were working with the bad guys.
Is he?
Roderick? No, he's not a bad guy.
No. The people I'm working for, do you even know what we're trying to do?
I know that there was an entire town of people who got really, really hurt.
She kind of blinks at you. Seems like that's news to him.
Like, the only reason I'm going back, or it took me so long to get on this train in the first place and start heading this direction, is because I was working there to help these people. It's... Your organization doesn't have a name. And you, like...
Call us the 13th Order.
Order, sorry.
Yeah, there's... Axiom keeps going on about some legal reason why we can't call ourselves an organization. I don't know what he's talking about.
I'm sorry.
Does anyone else want to react to this?
Give me a second.
Hello?
I mean, Cassie's listening, but she's very, very quiet. This is way out of her depth.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I stepped on the wrong train.
Short Rob is silently regretting following.
All right, let's step back a bit. Who was the other Roderick?
I don't know. That's
Okay.
the funny thing is, I don't know who he is. But he's got my name, and apparently he's got my face.
And he's got a key.
Hmm.
And he's trying to stop, if not you, then all of you.
He pulls out his keychain and flips it around, and there's a dark kind of smoke, and suddenly there's a key blade in his hand. Something like this.
Does it look like the same one?
It looks sort of similar, but there's the key part of the blade looks like has a bunch of dark cracks along it, and the grip is a little different.
His didn't look infected.
Infected? This is how this always looks.
No, it's supposed to be all metal. It's supposed to be solid. This is wrong. Something is wrong with... And she kind of, she adjusts, like, her position to, like, put her, like, the shortened arm, like, side forward, hiding the jar behind her.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for?
What do you mean this is just supposed to be an extra job that I picked up?
Okay. Well, you said your other job, the one that's not here, is planning something. You're trying to accomplish something. What is it?
We don't have souls. I don't have a soul. It's gone. I want a soul.
Interesting.
So just
Insight?
Go ahead. Insight on him.
Um,
He really does believe that. That he doesn't have a soul. And he definitely wants one.
And what happens if you get one?
Cassie, you wanted to speak?
I just, yeah, maybe, like, finally piping up, like, what happened to your soul?
He flips the key sword around and it disappears and reappears back on the keychain as that weird key places it back into his pocket. I woke up on this cliff. I had my name, but I didn't remember anything else. And felt like there was an emptiness in my chest that shouldn't be there. And then Mr. North picked me up.
And he explained what happened.
He explained he found me on that cliff right then. I don't know what happens to me.
And the idea that he was doing that to other people, that's not suspicious to you?
He was... He's going to look at you and just kind of study your face for a moment. That's insight. He's got a +1 to that. So that's an 11. It's certainly disquieting, but Mr. North doesn't leave his tower.
I'm gonna guess he has a lot of people that do, though.
Yeah, plenty of
Axiom?
people go back and forth. Yeah, how? No,
Because he was there, too.
really? Where?
Yeah. At the cathedral. In the
Cathedral.
Timeless Hollow.
Oh, that weird building that kind of looks like a mountain. If you look at it a certain way.
Yes, the Eclipse Cathedral, Krakow.
You guys suddenly hear a crack of thunder out of nowhere. There isn't a cloud in the sky.
You can't say the name of the place without there being a crack of thunder.
Yeah, Cassie would have jumped at that.
So Roderick, or Sterling, looks up and over his shoulder being like, there's not a cloud in the sky.
It happens a lot when you say that. Never mind.
Logic.
Oh, yeah, it's in logic. Sometimes it still throws me for a loop. I've been here for a while, it still throws me for a loop.
So, I don't know. I don't. Do any of you trust this?
I'm gonna make an insight check.
Yeah, I might do that as well.
Same.
Mm-hmm. Oof.
Baby.
Oof.
Aw.
So, Dixie, you're very suspicious of this person who had been lying before because you know that because Alexa told you. Rob, you're so lost. You're so lost. You don't know what to make of this. Cassie, this person isn't lying to you. Sterling, or Roderick, seems very confused. Like he's just been brought something which majorly conflicts what he's been told, and he's starting to think about it.
Is this a terrible idea or is this a good idea?
If it works, it works.
Alexa holds out the jar to Dixie and kind of steps in front of them. Could you unwrap that for me? I had a
Okay.
friend wrap it up and I'm not really dexterous.
Yeah, Dixie will unwrap it.
Mm-hmm.
To everyone else, you can see what's effectively like a mason jar, and floating inside of it is just a wisping pink heart floating in the center of it.
And,
This is proof of what he was doing there.
is Alexa still in front of Dixie?
Yeah, like interposed between Dixie and Roderick, but like so that he can see.
Roderick blinks, and his eyes go to the soul, which looks like a tiny pink floating heart. And he wrinkles his eyebrows. Is that?
It's someone's.
It's not sort of. But. He said. That's not artificial, is it?
No, it's not. But whoever it was, they don't have their body anymore. I was going to my father to deal with that problem.
Oh. Ugh. I've been picked up by the wrong people, haven't I?
I think you might be.
But you can help. You don't have to stay there. Right?
I don't?
No, you can go rogue.
You could be a wild card and do whatever you want. You don't have to do something you don't want to do, right?
Yes.
You should never have to do something you don't want to do.
Or at least you shouldn't have to worry about following someone who has so clearly lied to you.
He reaches up, presses a hand against his head. Oh, this is giving me a headache.
Are you okay?
Mm-hmm. I'm okay. Just, ow.
Dixie, if you could cover that buck up again, please.
And Dixie will cover it back up.
My father is a brilliant man, and he helped me, well, come into existence. I'm sure he can help whoever that is. And she motions towards the jar. Maybe he can help you too.
Do you really think so?
I mean, he's the smartest man I've ever met. Though, I am warning you, something's probably gonna blow up.
You know, I've kind of
Oh, I like
just
him already.
expected that. Honestly, that's too logic.
All you have to do.
Give me a moment. And he gets up and he goes into his trunk and he pulls out a black and red electronic device, and he opens the window and he chucks it out the window against the rock.
Oh, that was.
Oh.
And that was?
And now he wants to know where I am anymore.
That's useful.
Good then.
Sorry, the chat's being very funny.
You're ours now. Join us.
Man,
If you need to lay down, please do. We'll speak with the conductor.
Thank you. Yeah, I think I need a nap.
Alright. Also, dumb question.
Huh?
Since you won't be needing it anymore, can Rob have the coat?
I actually, so the coat, actually, it does a few things, so, no, sorry.
Oh.
But, well, I'm sure we could make a smaller coat for you if you want.
Short
As
Rob
well as-
is beaming.
Well, the offer for the light still stays. The offer for the light still stays.
What offer for the
Dixie
light?
Dixie's an artificer. He can make stuff like a light for him if he wants.
Ah.
Oh, for Rob.
For Rob.
He's gonna have so much fashion stuff.
By this point, Cassie is also like nudged Dixie in the leg, trying to remind them of the notebook that they haven't forgotten that they took.
So you're doing
The
that
notebook.
for-
The notebook.
Oh!
Sterling. I'm just gonna refer to him as Sterling for now. Looks up
Go for it.
and goes, "What?"
Dixie's just kind of reach into trench coat and throw the book at his face.
How?
Wait,
hey!
hammer space? Oh, you did it.
Why do you have my journal?
We were looking for clues.
He read
But
everything.
why did you take it? It's written in Sylvan.
Could have been useful.
I mean, they
Tried
can't
to
read
stop
it.
them.
Oh, did you read my journal? He looks at Alexa.
I read the dates mostly. I haven't been in the loop for a few months.
Yeah, Axiom the Fox, when he went to a company, that, Genasi, he was gone for quite a lot longer than I thought he'd be. So,
Oh,
that checks out, I suppose.
yeah, what's the name of the Christmas?
Animus.
Yeah, I haven't really been in the world since a little bit before Animus.
Oh.
Oh.
That was quite some time ago.
Yeah,
That's been a while.
my father's gonna be a little worried, as probably will be my friends at the hospital. But you know me. Well, you don't know me. I'm notoriously good at getting my way out of bad situations.
Well, honestly,
Noted.
I'll have to take your word for it.
You rest, and she'll reach into her hammer space. See if she gets the right thing. Yep. And she will hand him a thermos.
Oh? It's
It
gonna
is.
blink at you. Accept it.
If he looks inside, it is full of warm mint tea.
Mint?
It's good for settling the stomach, and the hydration will help with the headache.
Oh.
You take care, and we'll be. Well, we're not going to be going anywhere for a while.
It is a couple of hours to Ys still.
Yes.
Right. I have dumped a lot on you three, so if you have any questions, we should
us.
probably.
Please leave my room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will.
Have a good nap.
Thank you.
And don't get murdered.
If you do it, we're gonna have to solve another mystery.
Oh, that certainly
It
would be
seems-
a mystery.
It seems to be going around.
All right. I'll kind of try and usher everyone out of the room.
Yeah.
He tentatively takes a sip before he leaves. You leave.
It's pretty good.
Yep.
Oh no.
Alright. So
She does have to talk with Mr. Smith about the amount of sugar that was in that prop. That just isn't healthy. But that's for later.
So Dr. Alexa, that wasn't part of the game, was it?
No, that's
I don't.
no. The last few months of my life have been a little odd, to say the least. I went out on a call for a medical emergency and ended up in a tower where some people from my life were that should not have been there. And I was informed that it was kind of all an illusion. And there was a lot of memory things, and eventually me and a group of others reached the top of the cathedral and found a person controlling a machine of some sort that was taking the soul from the villagers.
Oh. That
This is one
I'm
of
sorry.
the souls that we managed to capture before everything blew up.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Most of the people there don't have souls anymore.
They're shadowy. They're dark and hollow.
Oh,
Oh no.
I'm headed to the hospital to see if this is something that's ever happened before. But it's something I'm working on, and it's a problem I will solve.
well, I trust you to fix this. You're a good doctor.
I wish you luck.
And again, I apologize for kind of dumping that all on you. I didn't want to be alone when confronting him, because those people, that if you ever meet a man named Axiom, a fox, first off, don't buy any cookies from him.
What's mind explaining the thing?
We were going up the cathedral. He had a bake sale happening. They heal you, but they're also very high in sugar and fat, and you don't want those. But also, don't trust a word he says.
Even about the cookies?
Especially about the cookies.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm not really sure what to do with the next few hours. Would you all mind keeping me some company?
Oh, sure.
Absolutely.
Have
You
they
got me a
already?
ticket, which is very nice.
Have they sat back down?
We could have.
I assumed you guys walked back to your seats while you were talking.
Okay. Well, go on.
Yeah, Cassie's been very, very quiet throughout this whole thing and been paying attention but been fiddling with her fingers. As they nearing the seats, she'll tug on Alexa's free arm just slightly and say quietly, it sounds like you've been through a lot, and I don't know. I it's obvious you've got. I think you've got other people that are helping you, but if you need a hand, I'm happy to help. If you need it.
She kind of smiles a bit and says, "Well, I've only got the one, so any extras are appreciated."
I don't have any hands, but I could also help if you need it.
If you need anything with mechanics or anything of the sort, I could give away some time and help.
Well, we're all headed to the same place, at least for a little while. You're all welcome to come meet my father if you'd like. You
Would love to.
You might actually really enjoy his workshop, Dixy.
Well, then I guess I'll try and check it out if I can.
I'd be happy to have you over. Oh, yes.
We need to do some walking around some under streets first. For Rob.
Of course.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I did spend 7 years of my 8-year existence in the city. I can definitely give you guys some tours of the Undercity.
Oh, a navigator.
Oh, we're going to see all the best streets.
That
The best
might not
part
be
of
a bad idea.
best part of what's on the streets, or the best part about the streets, it's what's on them. Some very fun shops.
You're already such a good guide. It's like I'm almost there.
Well, we are almost there.
Yeah, but it feels like it.
You want take it away, Hart?
All right, so we'll pan out as plans are being made of exploring geese, and we look back in on Sterling, who's sipping tea, and he's got his keychain in his hand, and he's looking at it, and he's saying to no one, presumably, "You've been lying to me too, haven't you? Just give you powder for free. Yeah, right. You're a liar. Just like you is." And that's where we'll end it. Thank you for joining us for Find the Brightest Light.
What?
Down with Zaya North.
Down with Zaya North. Goodbye, friends.
Goodbye, everyone.
Oh my god.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.